right, guys, so it is like day 4 or 5 now. We are at Walmart. We're trying to get some dry decks. That way we can finish up the spackling on the walls so we can do the stripes. We're almost done. So that's where I'm at right now. Got some pencils for markings for the measurement. So let's get it. All right, guys, so I was driving down the street and I saw this STI pull in here, so I had to meet him. His name is Emery, super cool guy. We're gonna bring him back to the shop. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. Oh, that sounds awesome. So he has the nameless catback system. Sounds really, really good. What's up, Sky? Dude, I found another Subi out in the wild.
Bro, no, this is what I sent to the group chat.
Oh, yeah?
And he was following me and Spencer the whole way. That he popped
That's
right.
Awesome. Dude, I found another Subi.
Hey, come back.
I just grabbed him and said, hey, come check it out.
Is this the same guy that you're running? Dude, this is the guy I was taking videos of. I was trying to get him to come and he's okay. Right.
All right, guys, so that was really cool to meet Emery, who had the STI over there. So he took off, but he'll be back probably later. We got the guys here. They are actually finishing assembling the basketball hoop over there. So that's gonna be really cool to have. And we got Christian over here finishing up a little bit on Carlos's STI, and I'm gonna be in the shop finishing up the red stripe. I wanna get that done today. I think we can do it. Let's get it. So we are about to lay the first red color on the wall. We're gonna do this stripe right here. We got all the homies here. Yay! All right, so let's get to it. Let's get this red on that wall. I got all that. All right, guys, so we have the red first coat on here. It's already looking really cool, but it's gonna be a lot better once we get the second and third coat on when it starts to get darker. Alex has been helping out big time getting that coat on there. So we're gonna get this done tonight, and then we're gonna go ahead and start working on some car stuff. It is almost 2 in the morning and we are still here, but you can see that red stripe is almost done. So we're getting ready to, we started on this side, but we're getting ready to start it over here as well. This is the last part of the shop. Whoa, on camera, it looks so good. This is like one of the only instances it actually looks better on camera. You check this out. Look at it. This is Cam, guys. If you haven't met Cam, he has, what's your Instagram?
Just my name, Cameron Edford.
Okay, all right, we'll tag that right there. He has a really sick 5.0. We actually made a TikTok about it, and Chris Fix actually commented on it, so check it out. Boxer Baddies is the TikTok. If you haven't seen it yet, everything is always Boxer Baddies. So anyways, what do you think? Does that look a lot better than...
It looks better on camera than it does in person.
Yeah, and I think that's just because we haven't taken the blue tape off. I think once we do that, it's gonna look really good. So anyways, I know I've been really bad at updating you guys, and that's just because there's been so much going on at the shop. A lot of people have been doing stuff, like check this out. We got a basketball hoop, which you saw in our video earlier. But we got the basketball hoop out here, and you know, we set up all the lights out here so we could play basketball. I actually played a couple games. We never lost. So shout out to all those guys that played. But now it's time to grind. We got to get this done so that way we can get back to work on diagnosing Julian's car. It's been a couple weeks since we've had that car on the lift, or actually just on anything. But we really need to get back to that. Because we're going to do a special cruise in commemoration of our friend Nick Hinson, who just passed away. Yeah, that was a real bummer, and it was sad losing him. I think it's the first time I'm saying this on camera, but we're going to do a commemoration cruise for him, and I'm going to cover that here on YouTube in his memory. So he was a great guy, and all the interactions that I had with him was just awesome. So really, really sad to lose him. But anyways, guys, this is what the shop is looking like right now. Let's get back to it. Okay, guys, so update. It's about 3 in the morning now. I'm here all by myself, just plugging away at these walls. Look at that red. It looks so good. Oh my gosh, I can't wait till I get to pull the tape. I am a little bit suspicious of the finish on the wall. I know that there's probably gonna be areas that are gonna pull some wall with it. And by wall, I mean it's just gonna pull some of the old paint off. And that's because whoever painted this shop before, like I was saying, did not do a good job and did not prime the wall. So when I pull the tape, it's probably gonna pull a little bit of the color with it. If it pulls just the color, then I know that I didn't prime it correctly, but I know I did. So anyways, I can't wait. So what I'm gonna do is this side only needs one more coat. This actually over here has already received the 4th coat. So I'm gonna do 4 coats of the red, and that seems to be the true quite red is the name of the red. So I just need to finish up here the last coat. And then over here, this is coat number 2. So when I'm done with this, over here, then I'm gonna go to coat number 3, and we're gonna do coat number 3 all the way around. And then we also actually have, so all the way around here, then we're gonna go back and we're gonna do coat number 4. And then I'll probably call it a night, and then we'll come back tomorrow and we'll pull the tape and see how it looks. Wonder if I should pull it while it's wet. I don't know, I'll find out. But anyways, this is where we are. So I figured I'd give you a little update. Shit. All right, so it's 4 a.m. now, still here at the shop, and I have done the 4th and final coat on this wall here, but right in this little section here still needs to have its 4th coat. It's had 3. So over here, the 4th and final coat, all the way up there, is dry. So I say we pull off the tape and see what happens. So I'm gonna go very, very carefully. And this is the big reveal. I'm so excited. This is huge. So far, I am pretty pleased with the results here, even though we've only undone like an inch. Let's see if we can get rid of that. There we go. Good thing about the paint that I selected is it cleans pretty easily, so I'll be able to touch that up. Okay, so I just gotta be way more careful as I pull this. Okay, so far so good. It's bleeding a little bit, but it's a rough texture, so I can't expect a whole lot. But man, is this gonna look amazing or what? Okay, so we're coming to the curve here. This is where things are gonna get a little tricky. I'm gonna just try and follow the curve. Yes. Okay, little bit of bleeding, but that's fine. Honestly, you're not gonna see stuff like that from across the shop. So, let me go ahead and keep peeling a little bit and see what happens. All right, so I pulled the tape on the stairwell. Are you ready? Oh my gosh, that looks so freaking good. I am so hyped. It's 4 a.m. Look at that stripe, it's crazy. So I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna pull it on the top, very nice and easy, and then we're gonna pull the bottom, which I think is gonna be a little bit more sketchy, and I think we might run into a few problems, and I'll explain why. But look at that red, it's so cool. So anyways, let me go ahead and get back to it, and I will show you the results. Oh my God, look at that. Let me just zoom in on this real quick. I can't zoom in on the front camera, hold on. Look at that. Oh my God. And yes, I am shooting on an iPhone. This has all been on an iPhone. I need to invest in a real camera. So if this YouTube thing is something that you enjoy, hit that subscribe button and like it so that I know that it's time to invest in a camera. Oh, this is so cool. I'm so excited. All right, guys, so I pulled this entire wall, and that went way better than expected. I thought for sure we were gonna pull some old paint off because that's just how everything has been going. We had to go through so many Drydex bottles or cans, whatever you call them, because these walls were so bad. We had to spackle, we had to use joint compound, we had to fix everything. I feel like this wall is gonna be great. I feel like that wall is gonna be problematic because there's already some bubbling happening over there, and that's from the old paint. It's like now that we've added so much weight to the walls with this new paint, it's actually causing it to fall off and bubble a little bit. So I'm a little nervous about that. This wall was spectacular. I am so pleased with these results. Oh, I'm so excited. This wall will be good, and that wall, and this wall, I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this now. All right, I got that all done. Look at that. It looks so good. The bleeding is so minor that you can't even see it, and it just looks clean and crisp. Oh, I'm so excited and relieved. Okay, but this is where it might get a little hairy. The gray is gonna be a little bit sketchier of a pull for certain reasons. Some areas we had to touch up because it pulled the original paint, and I actually didn't use primer in certain areas before I replaced the gray paint. So we might run into some serious problems, but we can touch it up. So let's get to it. This is gonna be the sketchiest part, is pulling this gray. We may have a little bit of space because I went really, really close to that gray edge. So we might have a little space of white that we'll just have to kind of touch up with a very small brush of red, but let's go ahead and try it. Now this honestly is the tape I'm most worried about. I'm really sketched out about this, and I know here there probably will be a problem. So let's see what happens. I see some bubbling. Yep, okay. A little problem there. That should go away. Just go nice and slow. This is an area where I did not use any primer, so you can see that there, which is fine. We will fix that. Yeah, we got another area here that will get fixed. Okay, I'm really happy about that. That actually came out really dang good. This area I had left unpatched anyway because it was a problem area. So anyways, let's go ahead and keep peeling and see what happens. This is where we're gonna get that nice sharp edge. Yeah, this is definitely gonna need some repair. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Don't pull the red on me. Why is it, okay. Yeah, this is, that's a problem area, but we will fix that. That's fine. Not too worried about that. This is where I'm worried about, is this now. This should be a nice clean pull, and it's actually pulling really clean. This was already a problem area. We knew about that, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, this is new. Come on, stop. Okay, now we're pulling drywall. What the frick? Stop. All right. We're gonna touch this part up. I'm really not worried about it. I just need to get it to stop peeling. There you go, come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, that's gonna be a nice solid patch, but that's okay. Because now we don't have to do any more painting, so at least it'll be just like, I can just pull the gray up to here, maybe a little bit of base coat, primer just to let it adhese, but otherwise, come on, please be nice. Oh boy. All right, well, let me go ahead and keep peeling and I'll let you know what happens. All right, so this is what we're left with. You know, I'm actually really pleased on how it came out. There are areas that, of course, we are gonna have to touch up, but it'll be very easy. Lesson learned, don't make any shortcuts, use that freaking primer. That primer is so good, and it gives what your paint needs. It gives it something to attach to. And you can see where when I pulled the paint, those were touch-up areas that I did not use primer. I just kind of put the gray on there, and you can see we're left with that. So very, very important to use that primer, because now we have a couple areas we have to patch up. Not a big deal. Once I patch those areas, they're gonna look amazing. This whole thing's gonna look amazing. These little specks of white are throwing off everything, but as soon as I touch that up, it'll be good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pull this side that's had 4 coats. That way it doesn't sit for too long. And then I'm gonna go ahead and coat this on its 4th, and then we'll do that one too. All right, so I just finished up with the 4th and final coat right here, but this is all dry and ready to go. So let's peel it. I think we're gonna run into the same issue on the low side over here because there was quite a bit of patching to be done, but we'll touch it up, no big deal. Let's start with the top. And there we go. I was actually very surprised at how the top went. It was absolutely perfect. It was more perfect than over there, and this was the trouble wall. So I am super pleased with this, but now we're gonna get to the dreaded bottom tape, and I know we're gonna have areas we're gonna have to patch. So let's do it and see what happens. I know it's gonna be bad. Ooh, we're pulling into the red, which is interesting. Okay, we'll patch that up. Why is it pulling red? That is so odd. Stop pulling red. There you go. Stop that. Okay, why it's doing this, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it needs more time to stick. I'm really not happy about that. That was pretty bad. I think it's because I didn't use, it needs to dry a little bit more, and I didn't use base coat there, so the red has nothing to stick to. I think that's what's happening. It's almost like it needs to dry if you're not gonna use the base coat, because you can see it just kind of peels off. So what I'm probably gonna have to do is just let it dry. I'll flake off what's not sticking and then patch it up. So maybe I should let this dry some more. Yeah, not really happy about this. This is a little bit better. I'm literally about to get roasted in the comments. Says, oh, I'm gonna let it dry. Keeps pulling tape. It's just so exciting. I just want to see what it looks like. Yeah, see, that's the area I didn't use a base coat, and it's coming back to haunt me. Well, lessons learned, lessons learned. Okay, well, I will figure that little bit out later. I wonder if I should just let it dry and see what happens. At least the top is perfect. The bottom we're just gonna have to repair. We knew that that side was gonna be pretty bad. Yeah, we'll fix that. That's no big deal. We'll get all this fixed up. I'll probably do it tomorrow, honestly. It's gonna be like 5 a.m. Wonder if Starbucks is open. I could use a little hot chocolate after today. So yeah, I don't know about this. I'm thinking I should let it dry, but at the same time, I don't want it to get too like adhesed, and then it really starts pulling crap off. I think I should just get rid of this tape and then patch up what I have to patch up tomorrow. So I'm just sending it. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. All right, well, like I said, lesson learned. Use the crap out of primer. Oh my gosh. There's a reason primer exists, and now I understand why. Well, I'm glad I'm learning this in a shop and not on my house, even though I pay more attention to the shop than my house. Look at that. No primer was used, and look what it's doing. Lesson learned. Oh my gosh. All right. I understand. Oh, here we go. Round 2. More like round 15. No primer. But in all the areas I use primer, it's sticking great, except for right there. Oh my god, that's so bad. Okay, all right. The pain has ended. No more pain. The damage has been done. So, of course, all of the areas that I patched without using primer, it came back to bite me. I'm not too worried. I will fix it. I will make it look good. But overall, if you come and check this out, that looks pretty dang sick, if I say so myself. So, not having any experience painting really much at all, a little bit. I actually, if I were to be a painter, I'd be 5th generation painter. But I think it's pretty good. So I'm gonna just call it for tonight. All right, so I'm about to approach the sketchiest area, I think. I don't know if you can really see it, but about right there, it's bubbling. the entire paint from whoever painted this before is bubbling there, and I feel like when I pull this tape over it, at least on the bottom section, it's gonna pull a bunch of paint off. But we're gonna start with the top here and see what happens. I'm a little nervous. I'm pulling it nice and slow, as you can see. And let's see what happens. There's another patched area. Okay, so not too shabby. This actually peeled perfect. There was nothing there really, just a little area I gotta put some paint. But yeah, that we knew was gonna happen. So no big deal. I'll patch it. Now look over here. Look how beautiful that is. I already patched this, and I'm so pleased with the results. So I think my ADD is not gonna allow me to go home until I patch these. So I'm gonna patch those up, and then I'll go home because I wanna be able to leave this shop tonight with it looking really, really good. Like that. All right, so it's about 5:30 a.m. now, and I really gotta get out of here, but I did do a lot of stuff. Look at how beautiful that looks, except that little spot right there. But anyways, it looks awesome. There are some spots, especially on this side, that I need to patch up, but it needs to be patched in red and not the gray. Everything that had to have been patched in gray is now already patched. So I'm gonna let the red dry because the gray is still wet, and I'll come back tomorrow and I will patch the red. And then we're pretty much done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack the shop up. I'm gonna go home. I'll come back tomorrow, probably in the evening or so. I'm gonna get a YouTube video edited and put out for you guys. So that'll be probably, I mean, this video will probably come out like a week or two after at least that video comes out. So I'm gonna go ahead and edit that video tomorrow of moving into this shop, and I'll post that up for you guys. But I hope you really, really are enjoying this so far. I will update you guys tomorrow. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end the video right here. I think this is probably a good stopping point, and then I'll take you on the next day or the next part of the journey where we patch these up and start organizing the garage. So anyways, guys, I hope you're really enjoying this content I'm putting out. I'm putting so much effort into this, and I really hope that it's engaging and fun for you to watch. So it would mean the world if you could just hit the subscribe button if you like the content. That way I know to keep moving on and to keep making content. And it will also let me know if I need to buy a new camera, because I'm still using an iPhone. And I think I could be doing better than that. So anyways, if you want to see more, like and subscribe and comment. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know if I can be doing something better. That's like what it's all about. So anyways, guys, have a good night or day or whatever you're doing. Scat.